Krisha here with Bright Side of eBay. Just me today. And I guess it's gonna be probably just me going forward. Zeke has decided that he has other interests. He's in middle school now. He's becoming a tween, or he is a tween. So I don't know. He's interested in doing other things. He's still coming with me to do the sourcing. He actually bought a VHS DVD player a couple weeks ago and flipped it and sold that. So he bought that for $14, ended up flipping it for $42, and he used the money to buy a headset so that he could play on his Xbox with his friends. And so yeah, I mean, obviously I still want to be giving people information as far as, you know, things that I know and how my store is going, and just, you know, ideas that things you might want to sell. But maybe Zeke will come back. Maybe he'll get interested in again. I don't know. But he is still coming with me, and, you know, I do want to keep him in the reselling, because I think that's really important for him to learn about, you know, how to make his own money, and just, you know, being able to provide for yourself. Like, even though, you know, you're 11 years old, you can do this too. You can flip items and make your own money. And, you know, I'm going to be setting up with a Chase account, so I can, you know, if he sells stuff through my store, I can just transfer the money to his account. So I think that's really beneficial. I'm a little bit under the weather, allergies and stuff like that, but anyways, so what's been going on? So December was great, really good sales, and I'll show you some items that I sold to kind of, you know, let you know what's been successful for me and what you might be able to sell. So I recently sold a Columbia women's jacket, and that one sold for $12.95 with free shipping, and here is that item. Okay, and so that item I actually got from that $20 haul, which has been going really well. I've kind of just been, you know, putting those in slowly, and it like, I feel like it gives movement to my store, even though, you know, it's not like huge profit, but little by little, I mean, eventually it will be a good profit, because I only bought it all for $20, and, you know, it's slowly starting to sell. There's been a few items that have sold. Another item that I just sold last night is a Coleman lantern, and that I bought at a garage sale for $4, and I sold that one for $45. And I have that one right here. If I can get it out of the box. Let me see. Okay. So this is the Coleman, obviously, you know, vintage. It is a Coleman model 275. It's in really good condition. You know, I was able to clean it up. There was an interested buyer, and the glass was kind of dirty, so I cleaned it all up, and he bought it right away after I sent him like some new photos. So that is one thing, you know, with these vintage items, a lot of times they're dirty, and sometimes, you know, you don't have to do a full cleaning, but like for this, for example, I should have, you know, cleaned the glass a little bit more, but now it looking pretty good. So, and again, it's nice with the garage sales because, you know, it's $4. You don't have to worry about tax or anything. It also came in the original box. Obviously the box has a lot of wear, but again, people like that it has the original box. That is one thing with items, like if you have the original box, that itself can, you know, raise the price $10. You know, people kind of, you're going to display it or use it for something, they do like to have the box and the original item. And let's see, and then as far as electronics, last time I did a video, I actually showed a VHS Toshiba, so it was a 13-inch Toshiba with a VCR built in. And that one, I bought it for $10 and it ended up selling for $155. And here's that item. So again, those smaller TVs can be very profitable. Just look it up on eBay. Make sure the model number that you're getting is one that's desirable. I do have a few right now that I'm hoping will get some movement. I felt like they would have already sold by now, but you have to wait for the right buyer. A lot of people are buying these for gaming. They're buying these for their campers. I don't know what all they're buying them for, but they are paying a pretty decent price. Like I said, I got that one for $10, sold it for $155. So I was super happy about that. So if I can continue to do those type of flips, I'm definitely excited. But again, it's a process for shipping those. You really have to make sure that you are putting the time into making sure it's secure. You don't want it to arrive with any type of damage. And then I also have been doing some local pickups. I live here in Austin, Texas, and it's a very friendly city. People, I don't have issues with people here. I've done a ton of transactions, whether it be on Let Go, OfferUp, Craigslist, local pickup, and I've never had any issues. I guess I need to knock on wood now. I've got some wood right here, just in case something happens. But I did sell a Sony Trinitron, and that was a TV that I actually had for a while. Usually the Sony Trinitrons sell really fast, but it depends on the model. Again, there are some models that are desirable and other ones not as much. So this is the Sony Trinitron. And so that one, I did a local pickup. I sold that one for $60, and I think I bought that one, I think it was like $7, $8. The guy was super nice. He left me very nice feedback. I did meet him. I had to kind of drive in the rain and met him a little bit further than, not that close to where I was, but I was local pickup for a TV is great. I don't have to pack it or anything, so it's just like I'm fine with driving a little bit further, which it really wasn't that, but anyways, he was super happy. And and again, like local pickup, I haven't had any issues. People usually give me positive feedback. I've sold shoes for some shoes that were local pickup. A keyboard, a Yamaha keyboard that was a local pickup with no issues. And what else is one that I sold recently? I can't remember. Oh, I sold a VCR for local pickup. And then again, I meet a lot of people from Let Go and OfferUp. And again, here in Austin, Texas, maybe it's just the Texas Southern thing, but people are really friendly. I haven't had any issues. Like, people are super excited when they get to sell their stuff. And this one lady was just like, "Oh yeah, take the TV. I'm so excited. Like, I love OfferUp because you can, things that you don't think would ever sell, you can just get rid of them." And so she was super happy. Let's see, what else do I got? So I went to Habitat for Humanity, and I found this poster. It was by Patrick Nagal, and he is kind of an artist from the 80s. He did like some, I'll show you, and you might be familiar with it. So here's the item that I sold. So a very interesting kind of sensual women, a Playboy, where that was like some of the names of the titles, and it was very, I thought it was very interesting. Unfortunately, this one was in really bad condition. It had, it had scratches on it. It had, you know, dents on it. I mean, it was kind of sad because it's like, again, I love art, and so I'm seeing this art there that's been completely damaged. And so it was kind of sad, but you know, I ended up buying it, and I really thought that I had it listed for a while, and I was like, nobody's gonna buy this, it has too much damage. And then finally somebody did buy it for $45, and I think I bought that one for, I think it was about $11. So you know, that kind of goes to show you that sometimes, you know, the art will persevere, and people will, you know, be able to still enjoy it even though it's been damaged. So I know that one would have been thrown away or something. I don't think it was gonna, anybody else would have bought it. Let's see. And as far as clothing, here are some clothing items that I recently sold. So I'll just show you a couple that I've recently sold. Okay, and then I wanted to show you some items that I recently picked up. Here is one. It's this miniature hutch. Very cute. And that one was from the Goodwill for $7.99. And again, there's no maker, so I have very limited information on it, but sometimes I just go for this type of stuff. And I just found it very interesting. You know, I'm not even sure what year it's from or when it was built. I don't know much about it at all, but I found it very cute and interesting, and I have seen ones on eBay that are going for, you know, $40, $50, sometimes even more. And so I decided to go ahead and get this one, and I'll be listing that one soon. And let me know what you think. Well, we'll see what happens if that one sells quickly, or let me back up a little bit. Or what would you buy this? I don't know. But I liked it. And then that same day I bought another wood item, and this right here is a little train, or sorry, not a train, it's like a carriage. Maybe a train, maybe part of a little caboose, because I guess it has a little thing that connects there. And it is actually a music box. So let's see, some little tunes. This one was $4.99. I have seen this selling for about $30. And the manufacturer is George Good. So pick that one up. And again, I mean, I really like it. So I think these pieces are kind of one of a kind. You can't just go out and buy them anywhere. So I decided to pick it up. Let me see. Okay, and then recently, this weekend, I went to a estate sale, and I picked up these cookie jars. They are made in Japan, and very interesting. They have these roosters fighting, which I've never seen that before, that kind of decor. And so that, they ended up being, I think it was about $8 for both of them, because everything was like 65% off. So just remember, the estate sales, if you wait until the last day, everything will usually be 50, 65, 75% off. So that's what happened in these cases. They have a marking at the bottom that does say, I don't know if you can see that, but it does say made in Japan. And selected quality, made in Japan. So I got those already listed at $45 for the pair, and we'll see how that goes. you know, some of the items that I've just picked up recently are kind of, I wasn't able to find that much information on eBay because they are very unique items, and so kind of taking the gamble, rolling the dice to see if how they sell. And let's see, lastly, I got this item. So again, that $20 haul had like a ton of jackets, and it looks like most of them were bigger sizes, so that's why they had them in this, you know, they were trying to get rid of them because, you know, the surplus store, there's a lot of, you know, men who come in there, or they just don't have, you know, the sizes that people were buying, so they ended up bundling all of these, and I have noticed that they're all like bigger sizes, like extra large, stuff like that. So this one is a woman's jacket, and very cute. It's got the hoodie that's built in, and I was having a hard time finding the maker, and then I looked in the pocket and finally found it, and it's Fits Right is the maker. Let's see if you can see that, kind of, and it was a size 14. So I'll go ahead and list that, but it is missing a button, but I think these are kind of selling between $25 and $30. So kind of cute. I really do like, let's see, I can do this. There's a little, like this, kind of like your, you know, Robin Hood or somebody from, I don't know, a long time ago. So that is pretty much all the items that I have. So for this year, for 2018, you know, my goals are to, you know, right now, like I said, I'm taking it home about 800 to 1,000 a month, and my goal is to double that amount to 2,000. So that means I have to get busy and start listing. Right now I only have like 130 items listed. Now they are higher dollar items, you know, a lot of my items are 50 plus, you know, 100, 150, so I don't have to list as many because they're not low dollar, but I do want to get to 250 listings. That would be the max for my store until I would have to go to the next level to see about doing more listings. But I feel like if I do 250 listings, but they're really good quality, you know, high dollar items that are going to get me the profit I want, that I would be able to get to that amount. We'll see how that goes. And then my main focus is going to be electronics, vintage items, and throw in a little bit of clothes. That keeps like some movement going on in my store, and that's pretty much it. That's the things that I've sold recently, but it was a good month. I hope it was a good month for you guys too, that you got to sell a lot of things, and you know, let me know what kind of things you're selling, and that's it. We'll see you next time.